once more congratulate the delegation for the inscription. Can you switch off microphone, Lao? Switch off the microphone, please. Thank you very much. Now we proceed to another nomination, document 43com8b.19 from Laos People's Democratic Republic. Megalithic jars cities in Xeng Huang, Plain of Jars. May I give the floor to Mr. Balsamo, please?
Thank you, Chair. We received a factual error notification concerning the evaluation of this nomination, and is to be found on page 90 of the English version of document in 8B4 and on page 114 of the same document in French. And this notification has also impacts on the proposed statement of OUV. Thank you.
Thank you very much. ICOMOS, you are welcome for presentation.
Thank you, Chairperson. The ICOMOS evaluation of megalithic jar sites in Qinghuang, Plain of Jars, Lao People's Democratic Republic, can be found in document INF 8B1 on page 156 of the English version and page 178 of the French version. More than 2,100 tubular-shaped megalithic stone jars used for funerary purposes in the Iron Age give the Plain of Jars its name. This is a serial property of 15 components occurring across an area spanning 80 kilometres west to east and 40 kilometres from north to south. The 15 components include several major clusters as well as smaller sites, and there are 10 buffer zones. The nominated components contain 1,325 of the large carved stone jars. The jars range in size from 1 to 3 metres, are well crafted, and would have required technological skill to produce and move from the quarries to the sites where they are now found. Aside from the jars, the nominated components contain many stone discs, thought to be lids for the jars, secondary burials, grave markers, quarries, manufacturing sites, grave goods, and other archaeological materials and features. In most cases, the quarries are near the jar locations. Located on hill slopes and spurs surrounding the central plateau, the jars and associated elements are the most prominent and intriguing evidence of the Iron Age civilization that made and used them. The sites are dated from between 500 BCE and 500 CE, and possibly up to as late as 800. The Plain of Jars is located at historical crossroads between two major cultural systems of Iron Age Southeast Asia. Because the area is one that facilitated movement through the region, enabling trade and cultural exchange, the distribution of the jar sites is thought to be potentially associated with overland routes and demonstrate social hierarchies. The 15 components demonstrate the range of site types, including topographic and locational contexts, stone types, density and sizes of jars, and other archaeological evidence. The selected components also ensure the protection of the substantial archaeological potential of these sites. The State Party has acknowledged the need for continuing archaeological research and documentation. While megalithic sites are found in many countries in South and Southeast Asia, the comparative analysis establishes the distinctiveness of the Plain of Jars. Information provided by the State Party has also justified the selection of the 15 components. The integrity and authenticity of the property are demonstrated despite damages that have occurred in the past, including bombing during the Second Indochina War in the 1960s and 70s, looting, minor developments, and grazing. The State Party is to be commended for the work undertaken to remove sources of potential damage, including unexploded ordnance in the nominated components. ICMOS considers that Criterion 3 has been demonstrated and that the plain of jars exhibits an exceptional testimony to the civilization that made the jars. Little is known about these people and their specific cultural traditions. However, research collaborations are ongoing and can be expected to yield greater future insight. No major concerns have been identified for the boundaries and buffer zones to the nominated components, although several recommendations have been suggested in order to strengthen their integrity. There are few continuing threats, and the protection is adequate. ICMOS has recommended that a conservation plan be established. The present standard of interpretation is limited. The State Party is actively addressing this, and a tourism management plan is to be developed. A considerable amount of work has been done by the State Party to establish the components of the management system. The village-based management arrangements and community engagement are strengths of this nomination. ICMOS has recommended that a management plan be developed to guide the coordination and consistency of approaches across the property. To conclude, ICMOS recommends that the megalithic jars sites in Qinghuang, Plain of Jars, Lao People's Democratic Republic be inscribed on the World Heritage List on the basis of Criterion 3. A draft statement of outstanding universal value has been provided, and ICMOS has also made a number of further recommendations. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Are there any intervention from the committee members? China, please.
Thank you, Chair. China congratulates Laos people, the Laos People's Republic, and we also commend a comprehensive review by ICMOS. The 1,325 megalithic stone jars forming the megalithic jar sites in Xiankun Plain of Jars and the Laos People's Republic manifests the impressive achievements of ancient civilization in Southeast Asia. The traditions to use a huge number of megalithic stone jars for funeral practice have similarities with the ancient Chinese terracotta figures, pottery, and terracotta warriors. They are rich materials for later generations to study the customs, history, culture, and the belief system at the time. We also note another distinct feature of the project, that is active involvement and monitoring by the local community, which greatly enhances public engagement in heritage conservation, serving as an important basis for effective conservation of heritage and a sustainable development of the area where it is located. China congratulates Laos on inclusion of the heritage plan of jars onto the World Heritage List, and wish the State Party to enter a new stage in heritage conservation and management. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Tunisia, please.
Merci, Monsieur le Président. Thank you, Chair. Tunisia, first and foremost, would like to thank the advisory bodies with a precious report, because that allows us to truly understand just what a wonderful file this is and the different elements of it. I'd also like to congratulate the Lao authorities for the quality of their work, and these thousands of jars are extremely important for our list, and I also believe that when it comes to the procedures put in place, we have a good example of practices, because sometimes you just need one criteria criterion which has been well identified in order for inscription to be a possibility. I believe that's important too. And I once again congratulate the State Party.
Thank you very much. Are there any other opinions and objections to the draft proposed by ECOMOS? I don't see any. May I ask Rapporteur about amendments?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have no amendments proposed. Thank you.
So if so, I would like to propose the procedure of adoption of this document. I don't see any objections. Thank you very much. And therefore, I declare Decision 43-8B.19 adopted as amended. We congratulate Laos delegations and for the inscription to this list, and you are welcome to make a speech. Please.
Thank you, Excellency Mr. Chairman, Excellency Madame Rosler, Director of the World Heritage Center of UNESCO, all members of the World Heritage Committee, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to be here among so many distinguished delegates representing state parties from around the world at this very important meeting. On behalf of the government of the Lao People's Democratic Republic and the Lao multi-ethnic people, particularly the provincial authority and the people of Xieng Khouang province, I, Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism of Lao PDR, Chairman of the National Committee for World Heritage of Laos, and Mr. Bunton Chantaporn, the Governor of Xieng Khouang province here presenting, would like to sincerely express our highest appreciation and acknowledgement to the UNESCO World Heritage Center and its committee members, all of you and distinguished delegates presenting here, for your valuable consideration and support in inscribing the megalithic jar sites in Xieng Khouang province of Laos on the UNESCO World Heritage list at this remarkable 43rd session held in this very beautiful Caspian historic valley city of Baku, World Heritage Site of the Republic of Azerbaijan. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to express my deep gratitude to the UNESCO World Heritage Center, all members of the World Heritage Committee, advisory bodies, the ECOMOS experts for precious contribution and support to the protection of this archaeological site as a common heritage of humanity. Without whose support, expertise and hard work, this inscription could not have been possible. May I take this opportunity to express my special thanks to the government of Azerbaijan for the very warm welcome and excellent hospitality. On this auspicious occasion, let me wish all of you a very great happiness, good health, and success in your noble task. And may I invite all of you distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, to visit our country, visit our plant of jar. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We once more congratulate the delegation for the inscription.